World War II was a global war that lasted from 1939 to 1945. It involved the vast majority of the world's countries, including all of the great powers, eventually forming two opposing military alliances, the Allies and the Axis. It was the most widespread war in history, with more than 100 million personnel from more than 30 countries directly involved in the fighting. The major participants threw their entire economic, industrial, and scientific capabilities behind the war effort, blurring the distinction between civilian and military resources. World War II was a total war unlike any conflict before it. In a state of total war, the distinction between civilian and military resources blurred. The warring states directed all of their available economic, industrial, and scientific capabilities toward the war effort, leaving little to no resources for anything else. The society and culture of all participants involved in the war were profoundly affected. The direct cause of the war was the invasion of Poland by Nazi Germany on September 1, 1939. 2 days later, Britain and France declared war on Germany. Following the Soviet invasion of Poland on September 17, 1939, Finland was invaded by the Soviet Union 3 months later. There were subsequently further invasions of Denmark, Norway, Belgium, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, Yugoslavia, and Greece by Germany in 1940. Italy entered the war on the side of Germany in June 1940. The war continued for some time, with only Britain and the British Commonwealth fighting against Germany, the Battle of Britain, and Italy. The United States entered the war in December 1941 after the Japanese surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. With the entry of the United States and the Soviet Union on the Allied side, the tide of the war began to turn in favor of the Allies. In 1944, the Allies invaded France, and in 1945, Germany surrendered after Soviet forces reached Berlin. Japan surrendered following the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki by the United States. World War II was the deadliest conflict in human history, marked by 50 to 85 million fatalities, most of whom were civilians in the Soviet Union, Republic of China, and Nazi Germany. Tens of millions of people died due to genocides, including the Holocaust, massacres, including the Nanjing Massacre, premeditated death from starvation, disease, and strategic bombing. It was the only time nuclear weapons have been used in an offensive war, with the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The war profoundly affected the political, economic, social, and ideological landscape of the world. The United Nations was formed to prevent another such conflict. The Soviet Union and the United States emerged as superpowers, setting the stage for the Cold War, which lasted for the next 45 years. The decolonization movement accelerated after the war, with empires giving way to dozens of new independent states. The Holocaust was a major turning point in the history of Judaism. And don't forget to subscribe for new videos like this.